thank you for all of you making your time and joining for today's session. We are glad that you are here, and I'm sure you will not go empty-handed until you get some feedback, some good feedback and good reviews, as well as the areas that you can improve. Okay, this is a session that we are going to have a one-to-one negotiation practice where you will have the option to show your skills, as well as you will not be having any judgment given on you. You'll be having a free hand without any having risk to your job or risk to losing your sales agreement. So I would like to invite our founder, Mariana, and co-founder Robinson to give us the short introduction to this program that we are running for over a year now. Over to you, Mariana and Robin.
Thank you. I guess I will start first, but no other reason except that I'm a woman, if that's okay with you, Robinson. So we were lucky last year that we started the educational program negotiations for project managers, since we discovered that this skill is very important in everyday life, and since we are all project managers and we are sponsored by many PMI chapters, this is our important profession and we want our projects to succeed. So it's important to do work on our negotiation skills. And since the start of this program, we hosted an introductory event in January, and in March executed 4 successful workshops. And later on, we could not stop. We continued with Digma workshop on effective negotiations using generative AI. And then we covered the topic body language in negotiations. So we need to take care of our body language too. And the power of conflict resolution was our last event, and we hosted some very important people from this subject. And one of them is with us today, Dr. Tony Prensa. And amongst us are many organizing team members, and we are working very hard to deliver a quality program for you with some extra fun and exciting features to make learning easier. And we are always welcoming new members, and you should join us if you understand that mastering negotiation skills is very important for project success. And of course, as mentioned before, if you need a safe environment to practice negotiations, well, it doesn't help us if we know a lot of theory, and if you are not practicing it, you cannot master it. And also some medium advanced English skills is required, since we are doing this program in English. And for the last reason why you should join us, well, if you understand that in life you don't get what you deserve, but you get what you negotiate. This is a quote by Mr. Lambert, our very great supporter. So I think Robinson can share some other details about this program, and I give the word back to you, Robinson.
Thank you, March, but you said it all already. So I'm just going to add that the idea of this program, guys, is for you to practice in a safe environment and go home with full hands of knowledge, right? Knowing your strengths and your weaknesses, and continue practicing with us during the following events. And eventually you will put that in practice in wherever you work, right? So in order to save time for this meeting, that it's a time box to only 90 minutes, I'm going to proceed assigning every one of you to a specific room. We have 10 rooms, right? So each one of you will be assigned to a room where a coach is waiting for you, okay? Mark, something else to add?
Thank you. I hope that you will enjoy our today's session. It was prepared just for you to practice.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mariana, and thank you, Robinson. That was a lovely introduction. I guess, Mariana, you can go to the next slide. Okay, as you already heard, that in case you understand and you agree that in life you don't get what you deserve, but what you negotiate. Exactly. In order to have more information, more knowledge, more events where you can have the practice sessions without getting judged or without losing your credibility. This is the place where you should be joining. You can scan this QR codes here, the LinkedIn page. We are on the negotiation for project manager. That is our LinkedIn page. Then you can see us on YouTube. That is the channel is next 4 p.m. 4 as in the number. Then you will be the first one to notify in case you have shared your email IDs with us. So you will be getting the notifications for the new events or the new newsletters that we will be providing to you. So please scan this QR code so that you can be part of us more frequently and for more interesting sessions. Let's introduce our team. Anishka Yadav, welcome. Sorry, Pradeep, welcome.
That was by mistake. Thank you.
Mariana, next slide, please. Okay, this is the one place where I would always love to have more the time on are the core sponsors, PMI chapters, the chapters from
Tá demais hoje,
Goa.
hein, Caio? Vem cá, vem.
Can please mute yourself, please.
Caio.
Let me introduce the chapters, Mariana. That is PMI chapter from Ecuador, the Slovenia Ljubljana chapter. Then we have PMI chapter from Mexico, Peru, Santiago, Chile, and then Republic of Dominicana, then Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Buenos Aires, Botswana, and Cameroon chapter. And our media sponsor being the Holistic Project Management Consulting, Elaine Jackson. If you are here in this meeting, you can wave at participants. Okay.
Actually, she's trying to connect, so you can continue.
Okay, fine. Let me introduce the team. You may be already aware of some of us in the who's part of this organizing. Meet our the founder and the dynamic leader, Mariana Skubit. She's the one of the leading lady and the leading lady in this particular team. We are grateful that she's leading in all our events, and she's the founder of our team. Robinson Castillo, the co-founder, who's very interested in the storytelling as in the history of the negotiations and the historic events and the case studies. We have Misael Castro, our innovator and the generative AI guy, who is leading us with the different type of topics, how we can use generative AI. We have Lebo Hang, our organizing team lead from South Africa, who is always ready to negotiate. Thank you. Then we have the super coaches led by our master negotiator, Dr. Tony Prensa. Thank you, sir, that you're here with us today. Geraldine, we are glad that you're here. We're happy to see you back again. Mr. Sergio, welcome back, sir. And Yosra, thank you for being here and honoring our event today to with the coaching and giving your feedback to the our lovely participants. And don't forget, there are tennis balls who I guess many of you will be interested to play as well. We will explore those as well. Let's go to the next one. Okay, what we have in agenda today. This is the introduction session that I'm handling right now, which is the 15-minute session. We are already nearing another 2 minutes left in this. Then we'll be moving with the pairing the participants. I guess we have about 18 people. That makes maybe about 10 people participants. Robinson would be doing the pair matching and the moving the participants to the respective rooms. We will be having a first round of negotiation that is for 25 minutes. The coaches will explain you in detail what will be the topic you can choose from, what is the criteria that you will be assessed. Of course, there is no judging, but then assessment will be there so that you get feedback, positive, negative, what can be improved, what is better, what is not good. You will come back to sharing the experience, which will be about 10 minutes. You are more than welcome to share your experience. How did you, what did you learn? How you found the experience with the coaches or with your participant, with your counterpart who is negotiating with you. Then we'll be breaking out again for a second round of negotiation. That will be about 25 minutes. There will be announcement on how each one of you have fared, and we'll be then having a closure and announcements with a short Thanksgiving note. Any of you who have joined of late need any explanation can raise your hand so that I can repeat a bit. Otherwise, we can move to the next slide, Mariana. Okay, as all of us know, all the games in the world which are played have some rules. So negotiation is not a exception for that. So you will see the rules of the game are you can't be cursing or yelling at each other. You'll be having a healthy discussion and healthy negotiation with your counterpart. You will definitely have your emotions in control, which is very important when you're negotiating. Keep your emotions back under the table and negotiate on the topic what you need to. Play and not just watch. So you need to be having your camera on and your mic on so that you can play. Not, it's not a broadcast or it's not a telecast, so you will actually take part in this particular session. You will always focus on the topic. Don't beat around the bush. That's the fourth rule of the game. And you be clear in what you're communicating. Be clear in your what you are trying to convey. Of course, there are reasons and there are places for room for improvement in every time. You are okay to talk and you can okay to communicate on the topic. And most importantly, it's a game, so you will be having fun and you should enjoy the session. It's not a test. It is not an exam that you'll be giving. It's for you to enjoy and have a relaxed time at this particular event. I can see Elaine Jackson is joining.
Yes, she made it.
Yeah.
So Elaine, I think as a sponsor, you need to have a minute or two to say something to us.
Wow. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry I'm late. I couldn't get into the call. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to let you guys know it's good to be here as the sponsor for this event. I am so proud of all the work that Margiana has done. She feels no one recognizes all her hard work, but we do, and we appreciate you. We love you for all that you've done, and it's going to pay out. It's going to pay off. So it's important. You know how they say when you have a business or an idea, it's like some people have an overnight success. Overnight success takes at least 10 years. So just know when someone says, "Oh, I woke up, fell, and all of a sudden I was making money," they're lying. Okay, so you guys are doing really great with the negotiations. I've seen so much of the materials. I feel like I need to just take a week off and just review every single thing, take notes. But you guys have done really great, and I'm so proud to be part of this.
Thank you so much, Elaine, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful words. Thank you so much. I'm Joyce here. Thank you that you're here, Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi. Hi, Dr. Tony.
How you doing?
You know, this is the day Dr. Tony plays golf, so he's probably like, missing my golf game.
Yeah, I miss a tournament today to be here. So that's how important it is group for me.
Well, you know, you promised to introduce me to some nice guy and you didn't, so this is your punishment.
Mariana, next slide, please.
Yes.
Okay, for the coaches and participants, we have an option that you choose the topic of your choice for the negotiation. But as I see that, we are running out of time, and the coaches can assist you to choose a topic where you can negotiate. We have a few topics from the project management, that is the IT project you can see. Then you can see some from the sales and some from the general ideas, that is like office lease agreements or the price negotiation or the subcontractor in case of construction management. So you can choose the topic which is comfortable. Coaches, please help the participants as you get them along. Then we have the criteria for the evaluation. Of course, there is no judgment and there is no winner. Everyone is a winner. Everyone is trying to get the best out of this particular session, that is the outcome-based negotiation. So you will be evaluated for how do you prepare, that is a preparation. How do you communicate, your communication skill during the negotiation? How do you focus on the problem solving instead of just winning, trying to get the problem be solved rather than win your point well. So everyone is a winner. So you have to have your emotional control in check. So you will get a point for that as well. And finally, not the least, the outcome that you come up with during that 25 minutes of session. These are the 5 points that you will be evaluated. Okay, Robinson, over to you for assigning the participants. Here, coaches, if anyone has joined of late who have missed some introduction, maybe you can give a short introduction within that 2-3 minutes of your time.
Sure.
Yeah, over to you,
Joyce.
Robinson. Yeah.
I'm going to assign each one of you in a random way. So when you're assigned to a room, the room you will be assigned will be room 1227. All right. Then you will find in each room a coach waiting for you to assist and put you in context, giving you information and ground basis to negotiate about one of the topics Joyce mentioned before. All right, that's in short.
Thank you, Robinson. Let's break out to the rooms.
Okay, I'm going to proceed assigning each one of you is one of the attendants.
Hello, how are you? Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I was
Hi.
in room 1, but there was nobody else. Do I have to wait? This is why I came back here.
Yes, well, it looks like we have some kind of technical issues, and Robinson is doing really hard something to make it work. And we are really appreciating your patience. And if nothing happens, we can still negotiate here, I promise.
So, are you going to invite me again to the room 1, or I wait here?
So right now, please wait here, and after Robinson comes back, we can check what is happening with the rooms. Today he is our tech master, and he's trying to arrange everything. And yes, please be patient is all we can say right now.
Okay.
Joyce, do you have something to say too?
Yeah, how about having a negotiation here, Mario and Elaine, if you're okay, both of you okay? We would love to hear from you both.
Yes.
How is that?
Sure.
So
it will not be separate room. If you're comfortable, you can say yes, Mario. Then we can go ahead and have a small session here. What do you say?
Yes, let's not waste time. So go ahead. First, you choose your own topic, whatever suits you best. And I'm pretty sure Elaine can handle everything. So Mario, if you have certain topic you would like to negotiate about, it's okay. And then I guess we will give you some little time to prepare. If you have a pen or something to write, you write down some notes so that you know what your best agreement is, and then we will be supporting you with your negotiations.
Great. Okay.
Can you show the last slide? The slide with all the scope of the situations. Yeah, one more. Yeah, no.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Is it this one or the other one with the topics? The other one.
These are the topics, Elaine.
Okay.
These are the topics. Yeah.
All right. All right.
So we encourage everyone to first choose your own topic. And if really doesn't, if you don't think of anything at all, then choose something from this list. You must remember that we negotiate every day about different sorts of things. Sometimes we don't even realize we are doing it. Let's say between husband and wife. I'm not going to explain that. And then you have something like negotiations around leasing office space or apartment. And we do a lot of contracts negotiations. Every time you go into a store, that's a contract. And yes, maybe Saturday's market or selling a car. So there is really a lot of topics to choose from. And at work,
Elaine, I guess, is more comfortable with projects, IT projects. And I'm not sure about Mario, what you would like to take on. We'll negotiate on the topic what you will choose. Start with.
Yeah, I'm going to be flexible, whatever the person I'm coaching with, like if we're doing it as a team, you guys just pick any situation. I've been in business for 23 years, so there's probably nothing that can happen that I haven't experienced before.
That's very nice to hear.
So if you want to provoke Elaine, Mario, if you want to win, take a hostage situation.
That would be great.
Why don't we talk about price, client price, number 5. You guys like number 5?
Number 2.
Number 2? Okay.
Team resource.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so everyone. So 1 minute. I'm so sorry. That's my. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Joyce is the leading woman here. She's a moderator. So please, I will give you the word.
Okay. So both of you, Elaine and Mario, have a look on that. The topic, the situation, or the case that is there. So one of you will be negotiating as a project manager, and both of you will be negotiating as a project manager, as it is a team resource segregation or team resource handling. So you can come up, take 1 minute, maybe enough for you to prepare, have your points jotted down, what you want to emphasize on. Then we can start your arguments.
Okay.
We'd love to hear from you. And we have, I think I have the toughest two people to have give a feedback. Right, Mariana?
Okay.
Yes, so
guys,
preparation is very important. Yeah, well, Robinson, there has been a development. That's how we call it. So we managed to find Mario, who is brave enough to negotiate with Elaine. And they are and they are preparing, and we will soon start with negotiation. So preparation is a very important part of negotiations, and it's very good that you prepare. As you prepare for your meeting, you should also prepare for negotiations very well. And maybe we will later explain how to do it, or if anyone has would like to share some good practice for preparation. And
okay, since we have some technical difficulties putting every one of you in a room, so it's very welcome this sketch between this negotiation between Mario. I wish you all the luck of the world, because you have a very tough opponent on the other side. Who will have the nerve to be the coach of these two people?
So funny.
So we two are the two ladies are going to be handling this. So no, one is not enough.
Okay.
All right.
I pay to see. I'm going to shut up.
Okay, so we are orienting on topic team resourcing for multiple projects. I guess we are, as a project managers, we are always struggling for resources. And if I look the body language from Elaine, she's plotting something, and yes.
Mario, León, okay.
Lee Lambert once said, would you negotiate with a snake? Maybe Elaine is not a snake, but it will be hard.
Mario and Elaine, shall we start in half a minute?
Yeah.
Half a minute.
Yeah. Okay, who would like to open first? You can have your arguments ready, Mario or Elaine.
I'm not ready yet, but Mario, you need a little more time?
No, I can start now.
You can start? Okay.
Yeah. If you agree, we can
Yes,
go for it.
yes. Go ahead. It's all right.
Okay, first, thank you for the opportunity to have this dialogue with you. I am really impressed with your experience. They have presented you like a top performer in project management. It's like a big challenge to me, but here we want to win because, as you know, we both have a really critical project that should be finished at the end of this year. as we are close to the Q4, we should take some decisions today that really will benefit both. So we need to decide how to organize the work, because there are some skilled engineers that you need in your project, but I also need. So I know that you will help me, as you have done in the past with all other projects that we're running in the company. And I want to thank you in advance, because I know you will give me your support.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I need this skilled engineer to be assigned to my project first, starting the next Monday. So maybe we have to review with your team this resource allocation. So if he's assigned to me from Monday to Friday, you should delay your project a couple of weeks. So maybe you can rearrange all the activities from your team and wait these 2 weeks.
Okay.
Is this possible, or?
Well, I've been listening to you, and I also recognize your expertise in the field of project management. I want to thank you for your service. Thank you for times you worked overtime and the time you put your vacation last when you really wanted to go on vacation with your family. You canceled it. So I understand that. When it comes to this project, I made a couple of notes, and I know that this project is a favorite of the CEO. So it's important that we appease the people who have higher positions in the organization, so that we can then, number one, get more projects. Also, the project offers a lot of fun, and also a lot of friendliness, which means after the project we go out for drinks and everything. So those are some of the bonuses. And so in order to get that resource, that would be, for my project, really, really, really important to have him on my project, because sometimes we work so hard and then we play hard with the drinks and everything after work. So, and I understand that you need the resource, but I didn't hear how critical it was to the CEO or to bringing money for the organization. We work sometimes overtime, and we don't even, on my project, and I know you may think it's negative, but we actually tend to sometimes work overtime and don't even put those hours on the clock, because we're so dedicated to getting the project done. So I know that your project is important and you need that person to delay the project. I'd like to try to think of a win-win. Just so you know, I have experienced this situation before, and the resource felt so like a volleyball in the middle, being tossed over here and tossed over there. And I'd like for it to win for you, me, and for the resource, so they can feel okay. They're not going to be having to do 45-hour days, and there's only 24 hours in the day, right? So let's see how we can negotiate a win-win. How can we split up the hours? Maybe they work 2.5 days with you and 2.5 days on the project with us. And we don't micromanage that person to stress them out and make them do quiet quitting or something. What do you think about that? What do you think about the things that I've shared? And what do you think about the offer?
I would like to mention that I forgot to say something related to the relevance of my project. I was thinking in an interview that Marjana made to you. I was really impressed with when you started talking about your experiences. It was such a great interview, and I really congratulate you. A really interesting topic. So as I forgot, because I was thinking on this, but congratulations again for this great interview a couple of weeks ago. This project is really important, as maybe the CEO didn't talk to you about this. It's in his bucket list for the year. And he talked to me about, okay, try to rearrange all the projects and have your project done. I know that it's really an alternative to have this assignments, considering 2.5 days for you and me. But what about if I get 4 days the next week, and later on we can start talking about rearrangement or reorganize the schedule? This will be really useful and valuable to me. And I know, and I guarantee you that I will also mention about your decision and your support to the CEO. So you will get like a bonus. What do you think? I don't say that your project is not critical and important. I do know the relevance of your project. But what about this alternative?
So
4 hours
remember,
next week, later on we can talk about again.
Okay. So remember last year when we were on that IT project? Remember last year and we negotiated and I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let him have his way because there's going to be an opportunity to work again. And then, and you know, the company is so small that we're going to interact again and again and again. So I sort of swallowed my pride and I gave in to let you have what you needed that last time. And I feel that now we're at the same kind of doorway and you're asking me 4 days. You want 4 days, and by that time, and you didn't say that you weren't going to overwork or you were going to use normal working hours or you're going to use half days, so that when that person comes to us on the 5th day, if they're burnt out, they're of no use to us unless we get them at the beginning of the week. We get them on the Monday and you get from Tuesday through Friday or something like that. I understand the need for, and both these projects are important for meeting the strategic objectives of the organization. When is your deadline for your project? When is your project deadline happening? Do you have any? Do you know? Do you remember right now?
Yeah, we should finish on December 1st, because as you know, at the middle of December, all the company will be benefit from day off. We will take 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So really important to have everything done in the first week of December.
Okay. And I know budgets change, like here in the U.S. This part of this project is a U.S. project and it's government based. And the monies, if we don't spend down the monies by the end of October, they will give us less money the next cycle. So it's important that we spend down the money that comes in from government contracts so that we can show that we used up the money. I don't want to say we should do artificial billing because then that's seen as like embezzling money or doing something. I don't want to do anything illegal, but I do know I want to get the most. You said the project starts on the 1st. Maybe what we can do is get a jump start where I use the resource for about at least 2 weeks, full force for a 40-hour week or whatever hours it takes to get the job done. Then we can release and slow down. Maybe we can front load that person's work and see, looking at the timeline of the project, can they do any of their work independent of the resource of the other pieces of the project and get it done in advance? Like if they're working on a black box solution and they can work independently and send those, give us the reports, then we can then maybe jumpstart. Then when you come in, you can then be getting more time, quality time with that person.
It sounds good. Maybe we can have a meeting tomorrow with all the team, because we know all the topics related to management as well as the relevant decisions. But something that could be really important is what the technical people think. So maybe we can have them and talk about this and make a better decision. Would you be able to organize a meeting with your technical leader so we can?
Yeah, I'll have my admin send a meeting notice to the teams, the two teams, and to you. I want to also remind you that we're getting ready to enter. There's a season where there's Ramadan, and then there's like a couple of holidays. So just be aware that when we tell people that we're working during this time, if people tell us they have religious holidays, we're going to be down staffed. It would be unethical to tell people no holidays, no religious holidays, no vacations, nothing. I mean, I'm that kind of person. I would love to say that, but I can't say that because people would probably beat me up in the parking lot. So I can't let that happen. But yeah, let's make that meeting. I think that I'll send you a list of 3 bullet points, 3 things that are important to me. Maybe you can look at that and we say, okay, we only talk about 3 points. If we talk about 20 points, the whole team get divided. So you and I come together on 3 important points. This is what we're going to do. And then the team is like, okay, we can do that. But if we come with 20 and 50 points, they're going to lose their minds. Okay, so I will send you some notes before the meeting, and then you and I sort of hash it out so that we both feel comfortable. We need to come confident and comfortable in front of the team so they see that they can't divide us.
Absolutely. So it's really important to have this meeting soon, because the sooner the meeting, the better the results. And something more important is that we should keep this in our scope. No more people involved. The more people involved, the higher affected our negotiation will be.
That's a good point. Okay? That's a good point. That's a good point. So let me know who needs to be at that meeting. You want the whole team at the meeting tomorrow?
No, only the technical leader and the expert that we are looking for this assignment. And no more than that. I know you with your experience and your track record in project management will be like the most, we will make the most better decision for both you and me winning, because this is a win-win. You want your project to be finished on time, and I do want the same.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you for taking the time today. Thank you.
Thank you to you.
Wow. Mario, I was afraid for your life, but I see you survived.
So congratulations. And my first question is, so you survived, but question for both of you, did you win?
I believe we did. I felt the need to manipulate, and I kept trying not to do that. Like, remember the time when I helped you? Remember the time when I picked your kid up from school when you were working? I mean, I was trying to go in for the thing like, remember the time I saw you talking to that woman and I didn't tell your wife? You know, it's like, unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm short. I feel I gotta come in with something like the dagger, you know, having the knife behind my back. And I try not to do that. It's like there's no need to do that. But because I'm short, I feel like I gotta have extra ammunition. And it's something I'm working through because it's just me. Maybe because I'm originally from New York, I've got to always have an extra something somewhere. So that's just my take on that. I felt good about it, but I felt I needed to have like extra things to bring in. If he's like, I play chess. If he does this, I'm going to do that. And if he does that, do this. Okay, I'm winning.
Okay, let's hear what Mario felt. How did you win your negotiations?
I think it's really important to take into account that we both want to win. It's like not really a win-win. I want something and she also wants. So it's not like, it's a win-win, but not 100% win-win, because we will not win what we expected at the beginning. But the worst is not getting nothing. So having this progress and having even a meeting scheduled by tomorrow is a win, because I continue expecting something and I hope to win at the end. Yeah, there is not like one rule or one recipe. Is like something that you have to continue adapting and adopting during the negotiation.
Yeah, I think in negotiation, you always look for the win-win situation. But I always say, human, we are selfish. And sometimes you say, okay, I feel comfortable because you get something, I get something, probably not 100% everything that I was looking for. But it takes a lot of emotional control to feel well after negotiation that when you don't get everything that you were expecting to get.
Yeah.
So as you were saying, Sergio, win-win. So usually that's how we say in theory, but we always wanna win and you lose. That's the hard part of negotiation.
I have a question for both Elaine and Mario, and I will appreciate the most transparent and concise and adding value answer possible. Um, it is a win-win negotiation, yes, but as Mario said, when you go and sit in a table and you know that you're not going back home with 100% of what you want in your pocket, just part of it. How would you feel comfortable with yourself and maybe indulging yourself too? But how do you feel I did a good negotiation? My guessing is, should I go with a prioritized list and tell myself this is a must, a must, a must, nice, maybe a nice to have, something like that? Or how other way would you get up from a negotiation table feeling that you won? Thank you.
I'll go first. I'll be brief. I try to look at situations rather. I'm very high strung. I'm an Aries, just high strung. I'll go, 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 burn out, go, go, go. And I realized that at the end of the day, if I were to die or Mario were to die, would the project like shut down, funerals every day, people crying? The project will go on. So, you want something 100%. It's like a little kid, 2 years old. I want it, I want it, I want it now, now, now. But if you don't get it now, 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 will the world end? Is there another way? There's always another way. Projects, that's why I tell my clients, if you write your description for your project and another person who was on the team write their description for the project, it will look different, but you both still got the same results. So when somebody says, I must have it now, well, if you broke and fell and was in the hospital, needed open heart surgery, and you didn't get what you needed that day, would that matter? You have to look at, will it matter? And is there a less stressful way? Because if you're putting stress on yourself now, I must, what are you going to do to your team? And will they be so burnt out at the next project that when you announce you have a new project open, nobody signs up? They're like, I'm going on vacation for 3 months. So that's just my take on that.
Okay. In my experience, I work in the IT sector. Okay. And companies usually have maybe 500 projects and only 200 people. So you are always facing issues about resource allocation and prioritization. So my technique is to understand the context and have the best and the worst scenario without jeopardizing the IT operations. But I enter to the meeting, start negotiations expecting to have the worst. Even getting the worst result, I am winning. But I have like a balance between, because I know since the beginning that I will not get my expected win, because it's like, okay, you can do this and the other project should wait 5 months. You cannot change, you cannot control, there is not more budget. There are C-level that will assume risks and say, okay, we don't do this, but you cannot change. So you have to adapt your decisions or your expectation to this context. But as I said, the best and the worst. If I identify this, that this work is a high risk, I escalate this with the C-level. So this is something that I usually do in my daily activities.
That was a great answer, Maria. Congratulations. Just in short, to summarize what you said. So you have a very clever management position as a project manager. You transfer the stress of taking the decision, finally, the last decision, to the C-level, right? You don't assume, you don't prioritize, you just show a radiography, a picture of the company's needs and worst and best scenarios on that. So for the C-level to decide according to numbers and negative impact. Is that it?
Somebody told me anytime that the biggest companies don't have enough people to work in all the projects. So they are always prioritizing and jeopardizing as well some projects or decisions. So there is sometimes where we can do more. And what you have to do is, like I did anytime. Okay, we have 5 projects. All are really important. This is related to product owner and clients are waiting for this product. This is a higher risk because we can be hacked. So there could be a breach. And this one is unsupported version of the technology. All are high priorities. But if you do this, you will benefit from this. But if you don't do this, you will jeopardize the IT operations. And they said, okay, let's go for it. But maybe tomorrow or one day before, they should take another decision. This is what I learned to do. And it's really, as you know,
that's a very great feedback, the negotiation, and as well as the feedback from the participants, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4 coaches as well. That's very nice of you, both of you, Elaine and Mario, to negotiate and give your feedback as well. So I guess none of us can dare to give less than 5 stars for each of both of you, right, Mariana and Robinson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You deserve it.
Yes. What do you say? Like, do we have any feedback from other participants, coaches? Sergio or Misael? Any other participants want? Yeah.
I'd like to. Yeah. Thank you. I'd like to add something. I really enjoy the way that they put into the conversation things that were not there. For instance, Elaine, we're talking about burnt out issues or about going out for beers in the night, things like that. I didn't even have an image about that, but they put into the conversation this. Mario was fighting back because he was understanding the. Maybe the point, and they put onto the table different things about the importance about yeah, I like that because they made their own assumptions and the opponent didn't know about that. So it is like bullets, and they were like fighting in a very polite way, but for me it was a fighting. At the beginning I understood them, I wouldn't say selfish, but they defending their own positions. But in the middle, they understood that they cannot win 100%. So they were more flexible. And I think that is all negotiation is all about. So I really enjoy that. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was nice and quick points to be collected and given feedback for all of us to understand. Anyone else? I guess Robinson, what do we suggest? Should we break out for the next session, or we have all the participants here to come back and do the round 2 together? What do you say?
According watching, we're time boxes, right? It should be end at 11:30, so we don't have much time left. I'm going to try to assign manually to each coach 2 participants per coach to a specific room. All right, and if it works, we continue that way. Since you already have this great example of negotiation between Elaine and Mario, I'm sure you have a baseline to follow your own negotiation, right? So let me know, please, if you. I'm going to assign the first 2 participants to room 4.
Hi.
Don't worry. Hi.
Are we back to the main?
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I going to rooms is like being lost in space.
Yes.
So
yes.
you all left and
little conversation with Mario in French.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Cool. All right. Maybe Tony, I don't know if you have the nerve to negotiate with Elaine, but I'm challenging you to negotiate with her or anyone else who wants to negotiate about one of the topics we already showed.
So we have everyone back, right, Robinson? I can see 9, 10 people here.
Everyone is back.
14. Okay.
Yeah, or maybe some of the participants.
Yeah, you, Dr. Tony, you can do some negotiations. I think Margiana's a good negotiator too.
Cool.
Yeah. You are. I challenged you, and I think you are tricking me right now. So, Elaine, I'm going to pass. And I would really recommend, everyone who is brave enough to negotiate with Elaine or Dr. Tony Prensa. This will be a great experience. I'm pretty sure that you will learn a lot. So let's give you the chance since you are here for that. And let me see who is going to open up the camera and mic for that. So do we have Luana here and someone else?
Yeah, we need a volunteer. Not everyone at the same time. Only one of the participants.
Anyone ready to take a challenge? I guess there are 14 people. Anyone is ready to take a challenge with the Dr. Tony or Elaine?
One brave he or she.
How about something related to work? Then you can go back to work and really kick butt on Monday.
Right.
Exactly.
What can you lose, guys?
Nothing.
That is the idea.
Someone from Kenya, Elaine, is still there. So we need to call a name.
I don't know. I have the feeling. My gut is that Misael is really ready to jump to the ring.
Yes, he's smiling.
Go ahead, Misael.
Okay, Mr. Tony. I mean, I wish someone from our participants will join and have fun on this safe environment to negotiate and be ready for the next week when you're back to your projects and you say, hey, I spent some time having fun, a little bit nervous, right? Talking with negotiation for project managers guide, But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm okay. If I will just ask one last time, if anyone is willing to negotiate on the same on right now with Mr. Tony. Okay.
Maybe Abhishek.
No problem.
Who?
Abhishek.
Yeah.
Well, Misael, I don't think that you will get away with it. So please choose a topic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Let me then select one topic. Okay.
All the best.
Which one?
Should I select the topic, or Mr. Tony, do you want to select any topic?
Let's go with number 4, material delivery delays.
Okay, that's work. Okay. So, will I play the role of the project manager, your supplier?
I am the supplier.
Okay. So,
okay. No. Take your time. You need to prepare. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's say that this is a IT project. So
yes,
there's now the IT projects and suppliers in those.
Right. So, Mr. Tony, I worked in telecommunications, and I also used to deal a lot with suppliers, right, to deliver equipment on time. So I love this topic, and let's talk about hardware delivery to one of our key locations to turn on a data center.
Perfect.
It's a IT infrastructure project where you're looking for the network to be done and the devices to be delivered, PCs and the servers to be delivered. Okay, good.
That is good. Thank you for summarizing that. Yeah, and probably Mr. Tony, I placed the order. Okay. And
are you ready, both of you, sir?
No, I'm just.
Misael, sorry to interrupt you. Okay.
No, yeah, I'm just speaking aloud so I can give a little bit more context to Mr. Tony. I placed the order, and I know that the delivery time is usually 4 weeks, right? But since we are in a very short time and customer is pushing us to turn on the data center, we need let's say, for example, a security router and all accessories to turn on the router, because we will turn it connected to the network, and that will connect our data center. So that is a key equipment, and that we need it for this our data center. And instead of 4 weeks, I will need it 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay, so we are always to help. So we have been a business relationship for a long time, and we always meet our deadline. So when we started the discussions about this project, the commitment was for 4 weeks. And that's the things that I got from the manufacturer. So, our factories are overseas, and there is a process in delivery and those kind of things that I can commit for 3 weeks. I just
Do you have
initially, so it's 4 weeks, so I can commit for 3 weeks. So you are asking now.
Are you able to see if you have, or can you try to find if you find it in any other warehouses that you probably have closer to our location? We are in America, and probably I know that you have other warehouses. Is it possible that you can check if you can find either at your warehouse or either with other of your suppliers to try to see if you can leverage from any other place. I think it is very important for us, and this is so very critical for the project. And I don't know if there is any additional fee that you consider for this, but at this point, it is not a matter of a cost, but a matter of having the equipment on our side within 3 weeks.
Yeah, I really appreciate the detail that you already provided to me. So you are a very important client for our companies, and we appreciate your business. So before this call, so I already did my homework. I reached out to all the potential warehouses and delivery that we can get from any place. But at these times, I very sorry, but I couldn't get anything to commit for 3 weeks. Because I already said, so I set up everything for the delivery in 4 weeks. And so I already did the homework to expedite the delivery because we appreciate your business and we want to keep you happy as we always do. But this time, so I can commit to 3 weeks delivery.
So, we have access to your portal, and we do see a list of all materials available. And I know that you have some equipment already assigned to other of your customers. What do you need? What do you need from my side in order to prioritize the delivery of that equipment to my project? And maybe you can talk to your customer or see how you can arrange that internally and prioritize the delivery to my project instead of the others. Is that something you can do?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Misael. But I already did that research and checked with the priorities of our customers. So we appreciate all our clients because that's the reason that we do what we do. But I already explored that option to deliver the new request that you have in 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it. And you can see some other equipment, but the specific specification that you're asking for is not the same that you are seeing in the our portal. So uh, so it's only 1 week's difference. So so you can negotiate with your stakeholders and so they be patient, so they will receive quality product and just keep it away. So committing to rush for 3 weeks is not an option for us right now. So, as I said, we appreciate your business. You have been, we have been in a relationship for a long time. So at this time, I can commit to 3 weeks. So we need to keep it for 4 weeks.
Okay, Mr. Tony, I would like to, find middle ground. I understand your situation that you are having a lot of commitments with your customer. I know that you have KPIs that you need to fulfill, but try to be on my shoes that I do also have this priority and we have to turn on this data center. It is very key for us. And is it possible that maybe, okay, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, probably you will not make it, but what is your best shot, Mr. Tony? Probably instead of is there something you can improve? I know it's quite difficult, but what do you think, Mr. Tony? What is your best you can do for our project since we are great partners?
Yeah, so what I can do to keep that a healthy relationship, business relationship that we have. So I already talked to my management because I know that you were asking for expedited delivery. So what I got for you was an additional discount. So I think that's gonna be even better. So I got an additional 5% discount on your order. So that's something that you can bring as a positive thing for the project for your stakeholder. But we need to keep the 4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not about the price. It is about the delivery time. So I'm not sure what is that it takes you to deliver in shorter time. Maybe if you can improve at least 3 days, that would be fantastic for me because I can negotiate also with my customer. Maybe if you can check internally, if there is additional cost that you will have to pay to deliver as expedite, that's fine. You can just give me the additional cost that will bring, and no problem. But 3 days will be fantastic for me. What do you think, Mr.
So,
Dr. Tony?
Can you accept a partial delivery just to see if you have different options so they can deliver, let's say, partial equipment and you start the installation process before maybe save a couple of days with that? So that's something that I can bring to the factory to see what part of the equipment they can deliver faster and not wait for everything to be completed and deliver everything at once. Can you accept like a partial delivery so you can start the process of implementing, installing the equipment?
That is a good proposal. I like that you are open and trying to solve this issue together. I definitely think that will help to you can send the equipment partially. I'm not sure what is the better you can send the equipment partially and what part of the equipment you will send. If the because I can leverage, for example, all the accessories, for example, from other parts, and at least if the router can be delivered in 3 days, less than 4 weeks, that would be fantastic. Do you think that can happen?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do?
Awesome.
So I'm gonna take the your request.
Awesome.
I'm gonna talk to my factory and people in the delivery, and so we're gonna have another call to tell you exactly what we're gonna do with the delivery. So what equipment can we deliver faster? So you start installation of the equipment and you save a couple of days in your project.
Awesome. So is it possible to have that call tomorrow morning?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we are here for you. So so you
Awesome.
are a key
Thank you.
customer to our organization. So we are here to serve.
Thank you very much. So that would be fantastic. Let's have a call tomorrow, and you will check what hardware will be delivered earlier than 4 weeks, and hopefully the router can be delivered earlier. And look for options. I would really appreciate it, and I'm sure that we will make it. But thank you very much for your support.
Looking forward for it. We talk
Awesome.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sure. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Wow.
Misael and Dr. Tony. Yes. Yes, Robinson, please go ahead.
No. Just let's. Tony was about to say something, or Misael, I don't know. Please.
No.
Round the idea.
Go ahead.
Okay. My congratulations for both of you. Sorry, Misael started soft, and he got harder and tougher during the negotiation. Right, he started to push him. Tony, you're the kind of resilient guy, always calm, nothing happens. The Titanic is not sinking. you know, the storm is not coming. Okay, we'll see. You know, that works because you don't ignite the other one's feelings. At least that's the idea, right? But yes, you push in the right moment, Misael, and you triggered it, Tony's commitment in the end, right? That's all from my side.
Okay, so I will put the same question again to both of you. How do you feel about reaching the agreement that you won? And let's start with Dr. Tony.
Yeah, I think that so the willingness to help the clients because it's an important account for my company, it's my client. So I'm pushing for my client. So I have all the desire to fulfill the needs. I understand the priority that they have for this project, the call center. And I was trying to do everything that I did, but I did my homework before having the meeting, reaching out the proper department to see if I can expedite the delivery. So I feel well. I think that we had empathy, that we need emotional empathy with the clients and understand what Misael was looking for. So I feel well.
How about you, Misael?
Definitely, Dr. Tony, it's a great partner for me. I prefer people. I mean, I feel more comfortable, right, when I get a no answer at the beginning, right? Because sometimes when somebody says yes, I can do it, don't worry, we'll work it out, we'll sort it. That gives me a lot of uncertainty, right? But Dr. Tony, he was clear, right? He had some empathy, and he also put himself on my shoes, and he tried to also help me, right? When he said, you know, definitely at this point I cannot commit your requirement, but tomorrow, once I get internally, I probably give you some partial equipment. Maybe if he goes back internally, he may come back tomorrow with a better positive answer, right? But the worst I can get is that at least he is giving me no false signals, and I mean he's good. He's open to negotiate, and the most important thing is to keep the long term relationship, right? Because the success also for the project managers is to have good partners in projects. Exactly. You build good relationships with partners, then there is a more probability to succeed.
Yes, so I see a very interesting comment in the chat, and of course I wonder if box of tequila premium edition would help to reach the timeline of 3 weeks. So
absolutely.
I was also wondering, since Elaine mentioned that women negotiate differently, and I know, Elaine, that you are a strong woman, and you know Dr. Tony. I wonder if there is any way you can convince right now Dr. Tony to deliver in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I can. I say, hey, Dr. Tony, you know I have tickets to this golf competition. I was wondering, I don't want to pressure you to go, but I can't go, and I'm not going to ask you for the money. Do you want the tickets? And you know, I know it's going to impact you being able to go to work and do all of that work for your team. So I was just thinking maybe, you know, you could just take a little time off from the team and relax on that golf tee and have some fun, have some drinks with your friends. And then when you come back, you know, you'll be ready. And the only thing you need to do really is just concede to Misael so that we can move forward. Do we have a deal?
That's a really that's a really nice offer. So because you have ticket for the President Cup that is coming now.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it on your profile.
I always wanted to go there.
I saw it on your profile that you couldn't get tickets. And I was like, how could such a prestigious man like him not get tickets? And here it is. I have a ticket right here on my desk. Oh my God. Karma.
Oh, wow.
You know, look, talk about divine intervention.
Yeah, definitely. So Elaine, so I remember that I have a good friend that he works in the factory there in Japan. So I'm gonna call him.
Oh, you're gonna set me up with a date now. Now we're talking.
You know what? You know what I mean, Elaine? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I was wondering why Misael wanted to call Tony Dr. Tony. And maybe because I'm from Massachusetts, but people try to get on the same level. And if you call someone Mr. or something, you sort of elevate them up in a status. And I was wondering if you thought elevating Dr. Tony meant that he would be kinder, or in the United States, we try to get toe to toe. So we call people by their first name or their nickname. Hey, Jim, his name is James. Hey, Jim, or something. So you try to get toe to toe, but you kept keeping him up. And I don't know if that's because you both are from South America. It's like the kindness thing. It was a kindness going on.
Yeah. And I think that's very common in Latin America. In Latin America, titles means a lot of things. And create that level of differentiation that you mentioned. But here in the States, so people, they don't care about title. So when it's like, so you say we are leveling the level. So we are the same level. So you are not up and not down. So that makes a difference in negotiations. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just let me 20 seconds to provide additional information about that. I know it sounds weird for you, Elaine, to understand why we say Mr. or Doctor, but yes, what they just explained is part of the culture. The other usance of a title like Mr. is like to say Mr. Charlie, Mr. John, Mr. Michael, all right, instead of the way our parents or grandparents used to do, to say Mr. Jones, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Smith, Mr. Wesson, right? For some reason, languages tend to evolve in the world. And that applies for English, for Spanish, for French also. Gigi speaks French here, so she can verify that. And I'm not sure it also happens in Chinese too. Personally, I don't like to say Mr. Tony or Mr. Frank or Mr. Robinson, unless Robinson is a last name. But most of people use that way, right? And also, as you said, in a very clever way, Misael kept Tony like keep the status of Tony, right? To get from him some kind of empathy, willingness. He triggers his willingness, applying to the crowd of people, right? It works too, right? It's like it's so effective, like saying I have 2 tickets for the U.S. Open tennis final. I mean, in my case, right? Yes.
Yeah, and it is part of the culture. It is culture thing. It's cultural thing. Probably it is a great point, Elaine, that you pointed out. If I'm going to speak and negotiate with someone from US, I should follow your advice, which is great to know that. And from now on, I will say, hi, Elaine, how are you? Instead of putting the title, right? But if you are going to negotiate in Latin American countries, sometimes it's better to put the title, and you create the respect and the respect and empathy, and you even create a better relationship.
Right. Yeah, but I would say, regardless of the culture or country, it's always good to know about the people who you're gonna be negotiating with. And having
Absolutely.
something like Elaine, she knows about my passion for golf. So it's always good to know something about the person that bring the person to the same level. So you start the discussions about probably talking about golf. So how do you play today? Do you play this weekend? Yeah. So something like that. And then so people now they are in an emotional state to hear what you say. Okay, tell me how can I help you myself. So that's a good thing that we can apply like universally too, because everyone is we are humans and we have emotions. So it's a matter so how you get those emotions to play and play with
You
them.
said it all. You said it all. You said it all. We are humans,
Mm.
and I wouldn't negotiate with you, Elaine, because you have so many hidden tricks and your portfolio of secret, your secret weapons are terrible,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yes, yes.
Elaine. Elaine is from New
You
York.
scare me.
Elaine is from New York.
Oh,
New York.
oh my God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sets it all. It sets it all. Absolutely.
Yeah, New
And
Yorkers
I'm
are tricky.
I think it's important. I think it's important when you talk to people, you say, "Well, do you play chess?" Like, "Oh shit, they play chess. Oh man." And do you play? I do fencing. So anytime somebody and I do Margiana does too martial arts. So anytime people are into sports where they have to watch and counteract and think what's in the person's mind, we are good negotiators because we're looking to see who's going to blink first,
Yeah.
looking at the body signals, seeing if you're flaring your nostrils. I mean, I do a presentation on that, on how to understand people's behaviors and
Mhm.
play off of that. Like when you go for a job interview, you've got to look at the pulse of the person you're talking to and pick up clues. So I'm not a mean
Right.
person. I just like to win. And people that like to win, they are very hard to negotiate with because they are focused, focused, focused.
Exactly. That's a,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yes. By the way, Elaine, I don't mean you are mean. I just kidding you because I see you have uh, plenty of experience, and thank you for sharing your secret weapons with us. It's really we really appreciate that. Thank you.
That come with experience. That come with
Yeah,
experience.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep.
Okay, Misael.
Okay,
My
I guess.
apologies. I pressed the wrong button.
Okay. Marianne, I guess. Would you like to add something to as we are coming to closer to our session? I would like to say a short note of thank you, and we would love to have your feedback on LinkedIn or on WhatsApp. Uh, I see our coaches are very great with the patients. They attended the sessions and gave their feedback. I would call upon the participants to give a survey, attend, they scan this particular QR code and provide your feedback. And it would be great if our coaches also would take few minutes to give your feedback so that we can do better in what we are doing right now. It will always help us improve on our next sessions what we want to provide. um, Dr. Tony, Geraldine, Sergio, Yosra, Elaine, I would also request you to give your feedback. Mario, definitely your feedback would be required. And other participants who are not yet opened their cameras, we couldn't see them. I'm sure they're listening to me and can scan the QR code. And I take this opportunity to thank all our PMI chapter sponsors and the Holistic Project Management, Ms. Elaine, for sponsoring our events and being our media sponsors as well. Thank you, Mariana, Misael, Levo, Robinson, for giving me this opportunity to host you all. It was nice and fun and challenging. Thank you, Mariana, once again.
Well, let's give everyone a little bit time to finish the survey. I was very fast. I have submitted it right now. So maybe let's just wait for 1 minute. And if everyone, any one of you would like to share something for the end, maybe you can share with us here. What are your expectations of this program in the future? And I don't think that we mentioned that in the next month we will be 1 year old. And that's why this survey is very important to us, so that we keep providing you the quality program, and whatever is your favorite, share with us so we can prepare something like that for you.
Elaine, please scan on the screen. There is one QR code. Scan me. It can be seen.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. Okay. I hope you could get it. Thank you.
Got it.
Do we need to scan that with the cell phone, dear?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It would be great to have Joe Murphy here to play us some music.
Yeah.
So how did you like these negotiations? Would you like to practice that in the future? And how often?
Yes, of course.
I mentioned in the chat that I would like to see negotiations between an aggressive male and a timid staff that's less not on his equal, maybe a project coordinator, team member that's intimidated, and then how to deal with that, and maybe have a third party come in at the end and say, hey, why are you talking to her like that? So I have a whole script, because this is real life. I know that you want to do project situations and blah, 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 and talk about the IT project and blah, but the real life is when somebody tries to abuse someone, or somebody follows someone into a closet and touches them, and then they don't know how to tell anybody, or people will say, well, you shouldn't have been wearing that pink dress, or something like that. I think it's real situations, negotiating how to get somebody to believe what you're saying. And sometimes people don't have a voice because they know no one will believe them, or nobody cares. So I think having situations, you can have a topic saying, have you ever had something inappropriate happen to you at work and you didn't know how to say it? Negotiations is another way of how do you frame your situation and talk to someone and bring them to the point where they take action on your behalf. That would blow up really big, Margiana.
Yes, thank you for your comment. And I must say that, yes, right now we are practicing win-win situation. And it's fine, it's perfect. So this is how it could go, it should go, but it doesn't. Yes, we are thriving for win-win, but when we don't, that is something we can cover in the next year. What do you say, Robinson?
Yeah. I feel we have already a lot of experience, and we need to refine a little bit, and also work a little bit harder in some models. Misael is working on an AI to provide a more mature, and advices based on a digital twin. I mean, and when I say digital twins, I'm talking about Kel Jensen, Chris Craft, and all those the stars, the global stars in the world in negotiations, right? And why not make a digital twin of Elaine too? I will be very glad to see how it works, right? So it means get information from you, Elaine, and prepare a digital twin. You know.
I love that.
Yeah, and Tony's too, right? Because or maybe I don't know, a mixed digital twin between you two guys. You know, it would be incredible to see how two masterminds works advising a humble trainee. You know, an apprentice, right?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good idea.
Thank you.
We should give a word to Josra, please. Josra, you have talked too little. What do you think? What are you feeling the first time with this crazy bunch of guys? You're mute, dear.
You're on mute, Josra. Josra, you're on mute. Still. Yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much for the invitation, and thank you to make this session funny, but plenty of learning situation from real life situation. And this is, I think, this is very important to help professionals and project managers, of course, to manage with its situations. So maybe as a suggestion, maybe. Let's talk maybe the next time, or when the opportunity is, on maybe how to negotiate with difficult personalities, because sometimes we meet, let's say, service provider, manager, somebody but with difficult personality as a manipulator, and this side of a human, let's say, personality, it's attract me. And as a coach, and I managed to coach many project managers and senior managers on this. So this is an idea. What else? I was really thrilled to listen to Dr. Tony and Elaine and other participants. So thank you so much for the invitation, Mariana, and see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Josra. Can I request everybody who can switch on their camera we can take one picture? I can. Mariana, can you see? I can see only 9 people. There are 12. If you want to switch on the cameras.
Levo, time to get up.
Okay, I'll take the screenshot. Here we go. Sorry. Ready? 1, 2, and we go.
I got ones.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was really wonderful and an enriching meeting. We have learned a little bit more about negotiations. Thank you. Especially, I want to thank you, Elaine and Tony, for participating and as negotiators in this meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a rest of the weekend.
Have a lovely weekend.
You too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.